guys, J-Town Bassman here. How's it going? It's been a while since I've had a video up, and kind of took a break from some things, and had to get some stuff figured out. Some things were changing, and I'm back now. Officially could say I'm back, and I guess you could say, for all your Star Wars fans, you're watching episode IV, Return of the Bassman. No, you can't call me that, but I'm excited to be back and share some stuff with you guys, what I've been doing, and how I'm going to be fishing this year, things like that, do some tackle stuff. Hopefully to keep us on hold from this crazy winter we're having until the spring comes, the grass turns green, and the ice thaws. So until then, we'll do some talking and hopefully have a little fun, learn a little bit, and yeah, so what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to do a two-part episode, I guess you could say. This is going to be the first part. It's going to be my top baits of 2013. I'm going to do my top 5 hard baits and my top 5 soft plastics. And this episode, you're going to be watching the top 5 hard baits of the 2013 season. Alright guys, so our top 5 hard baits of the 2013 season, sitting at number 1 is my probably favorite bait of last year, would have to be the Spro Poppin Frog. Killer. Bronze Eye Poppin Frog by Spro. Throwing on some 50 to 60 pound braid, chucking this baby in the slop, and just popping it and popping it. I had a blast with this bait. Last year was my first time using it, and I put it to the test. The one I have, and I can't find it, and I'm disappointed, but this is my newest one, but I had one exactly like this. I probably caught a good 50 fish on that thing, and a bowfin. And that thing is still okay, but it's beat up. Paint's gone, holes in it, but I'll still use it. But I kind of keep it as a remembering item, having a great season with it and everything. But I took that thing everywhere. I took that down to Mill Creek, to Springfield. So it's been some places. It's seen some different bodies of water, but by far the best was Narnia. And if you guys don't know what Narnia is, go look at my video, Fishing with Frogs, Topwater Frogs, Bass Blowups. Me, Billy Matthews, Patrick Dunn, Austin Goody, 3 of my good friends from fishing club, my Off the Hook club. We went down there a lot, and we just slayed them on frogs and buzzbaits. And this, by far, my favorite lure of 2013. Coming off at number 2 is the Booya Clacking buzzbait. 3/8 ounce. Got 2 different colors here, and both of these things killed it this last season of 2013. You can see by looking at the blade, this thing's all beat up. And I put these things to the test. Ran them through some slop. They touched at least a dozen bodies of water, and caught a lot of fish on these as well. I believe we had a few strikes for bowfin on these, but didn't end up hooking one. Me and Billy caught a lot of different fish on these. So did Patrick. Pete Dunn, he caught a lot of them. And buzzbaits, I honestly did not throw a buzzbait until last season. I know that sounds very weird, but I wasn't a big topwater guy until last season. I mean, I fished it here and there, and when I did fish it, I'd get bass, but I just found other ways to get them until I got into the swing, and I got addicted to topwater, and I threw that for a good solid month. I had a great time doing it. So this one here I actually bent. It's pretty crooked. You can see looking at it. This thing's been put to the test. The eyes all beat up, skirts missing pieces. I've gotten these in my finger. I even got some of the moss still stuck on the blade. But this one I got bent by a bowfin. I had him on and he broke off. But it's a fun lure to use, and you can change up your retrievals on it, and just seeing a bass hit anything topwater just drives me crazy. So Absolutely love it, and will not forget using these last season. So that would be number 2 on our top 5 baits of 2013.
Well, I don't know, but I've been told you never slow down, you never grow.
Alrighty, our number 3 lure, hard lure for the season of 2013 would have to be my Max Tackle spinnerbait. Actually, this isn't. I've caught some on this color, but the best color was the Smoky Shad one. And I actually caught a 3-pounder out of my home pond, my home waters. You guys saw that. That was this season. And I whacked a lot of good fish on this baby. Ran it through the DuPage. I ran it through a couple other different streams I went to. I forget the name of the one I went and waded in with Patrick. But took this thing down to Mill Creek, Springfield. It's touched a lot of water, and it's pretty beat up. I need to buy a new one, but you know, it's good to have the old stuff and remember. Caught a lot of nice fish on this, and then the Smoky Shad one I ended up hooking on one of those fountains in the ponds. If you guys live around a pond, you see like those fountains. Well, there's a line, a wire that runs through there. Don't run your spinnerbait through that; it gets stuck. I was actually dragging in the fountain itself on 12-pound mono. So mono's pretty strong, I found out that day, but then it broke. So, but yeah, great gold willow silver Colorado combo. This is in a sexy mac, it's called. That's their color. But that's my second favorite color. But the first one's got to be the Smoky Shad. I'm actually going up to Tinley Park show. I'm gonna pick up one of these next weekend. So hopefully I'll be ready for the season for sure. But great lure. That is number 3 on the top 5 hard lures of 2013.
Oh hell yes, honey, put on that party dress.
Alrighty guys, number 4. The only reason why I put this in there is because I caught my personal best on this last year of the season. Not my personal best, but it was my best of the season. A 4.75 pound largemouth out of Wilmington, out of a deep quarry lake. It was probably about 30 to 35 foot straight down. You could see it was just clear as day. No coloration to the water at all. You could see the weeds at the bottom. You could see the fish moving through. And this is a DT16, and it's in an Ike's color. I think it's called Penguin or something like that, or some sort of that. I don't know exact color, but I put it on, and because it was my only deep diving crankbait I had in my box at the time, and I was just chunking it and winding it, and I was coming off the shore, and felt a tap, and I'm like, oh, you know, it's nice. The little guy, he wasn't fighting hardly at all, and I get about 10 feet. I get him about 10 feet up, and you could see it like clear as day. You know, you could see the fight. It was really cool. 10 feet up, and it's a big bass. And I'm, oh yeah, I get the net. You know, I'm in with my buddy and his dad in this little tiny John boat, and we're just using the troll motor, trolling around, and I'm getting them, and I'm fighting them, and he takes off under the boat. Now, oh no, don't lose him, you know. And I get him and playing them, and finally I get him up, and my buddy nets him, and this thing is a bucket mouth. It was a nice fish, very good fish. My best of the season, and we have a little competition down there, so you can get the biggest each year. And so far I am 2 for 2 on getting the biggest fish. So, but yeah, DT6 Rapala Ike's Custom Ink color, and good memories on this crank, and one I'll definitely throw again down when I go down there this coming season. So that is number 4 on the top 5 hard lures.
One more time to kill the pain.
Alrighty guys, number 5 of the top 5 2013 hard lures would have to be the KVD 2.5 square bill and a sexy chartreuse shad, or chartreuse sexy shad. It's a silent square bill, 2.5 size, and this right here is my state qualifier magic bait. If you guys, a few guys may know this story, but went down to Springfield, Illinois. Was it July? and no, June or July, and went down there for the weekend to fish the state qualifier, Illinois state qualifier for junior anglers. Ended up placing 17th, not bad, you know. Even though I only caught one fish, but it was a really rough day for everybody. I had a blast for going down there for the first year. You know, it was an experience, and I loved it. I ended up going down there a day early, and I go on the boat with Alex Perrick, AP Bassin, and Bassin Bill 96. Billy Matthews took me out on Alex's boat, and I kid you not, we went off the launch, took a ride under this bridge, and they just pulled up on the shore, and they said, oh yeah, you know, we've been catching a few around here. So I'm okay, you know, I throw in this 2.5 that I picked up at Gander Mountain, and this isn't the exact one. The exact one is actually in the possession of Billy Matthews, but you'll hear that in a second on why. And I'm chucking and winding. 7th cast, get one. Oh yeah, you know, cool, got one. But mind you, this water is chocolate milk, and there's about 2 foot chop, so we're rocking back and forth, and it's windy as ever. And I'm just winding, and I get him, and you know, I'm just winding like it's a little guy, because he's not fighting, you know. So I'm winding him in, and he comes up to the surface, and it's a chunk. 4.1 he weighed, and I was amazed. You know, this is my first 7 casts on this lake, and I pull in a huge fish. And Billy and Alex are going, what the heck? You know, we've been pre-fishing since Wednesday, and we haven't even caught anything close to that. Ended up would have been the biggest fish if I would have caught that on tournament day. Would have been the biggest fish, which would have been pretty sweet. But anyway, so I get him in and taking some pictures and stuff, and Billy decides to take the hook out, and I'm like, oh, you know, use pliers. No, I got, and he sticks it in his thumb, folks. Yep, right in the top of the thumb, past the barb. We ended up getting the fish back in the water, having to get him off, take him to the hospital, spend 3 or 4 hours in the hospital, and I let him keep the crankbait, you know. So then we went to Walmart and picked up a few other ones. I threw it that day, and I ended up catching another fish on it, off the rocks. That was like 2-something. That was the fish I caught for the tournament. So that was a memory I'll always remember. I have an extra one of these just laying around. You know, I'll look at it once in a while. Kind of get a little laugh from it, you know. Sorry, Billy. So there you have it, guys. The top 5 hard baits of my 2013 season. I hope you guys have baits that you can look on and remember times you caught some great fish, or that you just killed it out there with. And it's always cool to look back and see. And yeah, so look forward to seeing the top 5 soft plastic baits of my 2013 season soon. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more J-Town Bassman videos. And as always, be safe fishing.